Hi everyone, Maria here. Welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk to you about something real. It's going to be kind of raw. So let's get into it. It's about betrayal, not just in personal relationships, but in business too, especially in the world of affiliate marketing, network marketing, online entrepreneurship. You know how that goes. Well, you know how sometimes you can be betrayed by someone and someone you may have stood by, you thought was a friend, but it turns out to be uh, not the person you thought they were. And worse yet, they're being controlled by, the different things. And perhaps it's money, perhaps it's loneliness, who knows? But betrayal is betrayal. And I thought about that and I said, I was watching a movie on that. I thought, I'm going to talk about it as it relates to business. But that's that same feeling. It could be what happens in business. There's some kind of betrayal in business can be devastating. And what I mean by that is, for example, if you join a network marketing business or a company or an affiliate marketing program, and you know what I'm talking about. You get that link and uh you thought that the you get a link or a funnel you go through and you're promised the world, financial freedom. You're promised passive income and just follow the system step by step. You know, I talk about that too. But once you're in, sometimes the hype is bigger than the delivery. And you know what that is. The hype is way always bigger, but you have to be expecting that. So the tools might be basic. Might have basic tools, might have thought you're going to get this. The training, well, might be shallow. And the support, we've been there, non-existent. So what do? You feel betrayed. You're like, oh, I used this link. They told me it would do this. I bought this, and this is what I got. But here's what that's where most people want to give up. And that's where you can't. They feel because they want to give up. They feel lied to, they feel betrayed. I get it. It happened to me. I've been there too. But here's the thing betrayal, whether personal or professional, doesn't have to define your future, it doesn't have to stop you or pause you. The key here, and I heard this particular idea, but the key here is to pivot. Yeah, pivoting in business is key. Anytime you're doing any type of business, and any business will tell you they might have started out doing something and they pivoted. In business, it always happens. People pivot. You start with a plan, and perhaps you stay on track for a while, but you have to pivot in order to survive whatever's going on. So that's what you have to do in your personal life. You're always pivoting, you're always changing and doing different things. So you have to pivot. Yeah, you have to take whatever you're given, however imperfect. You have to use it, stretch it out, innovate with it, and maybe the funnel isn't perfect. Maybe the copy is just not covering it. It's just not good. Maybe you got one video. Maybe it only has one video of training instead of 10. So what? So what? You have to then pivot. You adapt. You learn. You figure it out. I recently, well, not recently, for a couple of years, I've been following one of my mentors, Vic, and he talked about that. He talked about the fact that he became the number one affiliate marketing person in the world, I would say, because he took what was given to him, and everyone else was doing the same thing. Everyone was doing the same thing with the affiliate link, just sending out a link and hoping for someone would buy. But one day he said, this is a story, true story. He came home from church one day and he thought, what am I doing? What can I do differently? And that thought and that idea of what I can do differently propelled him to a multi-million dollar affiliate marketing business. And today, I mean, he's awesome. He just knows what he's doing. And because he took the same thing, he was doing everything else everyone was doing, but he pivoted. He took that link, he developed a funnel. He did some other things, but he did it on his own. He took what was given to him. What he did, what did he do? He had pivoted, he adapted, and he learned, and he figured it out. And that's what we have to do in business. So if you're feeling betrayed or let down by a program, a person, or even by yourself, it's time to shift. Ask these questions. What tools do I actually have? What can I learn from this situation? How can I get creative and turn this into a win? Don't let it get you down. It can't get you down because if you pivot, you always get the answer right in your palm of your hand. And if your goal is profit, focus on delivering value, real value, because that's where you build trust. That's where you build the know, like, and trust factor. That's what builds your brand. That's what brings in your income and brings in people who are interested in what you're doing. So sit back and wait. No, that's not going to do it. You've got to raise up. You got to rise up, not raise, rise up and build. Got to build it brick by brick. It's your choice. So listen, betrayal stings. I know it happened to me. It happens to me more often than you think. I've been around a while, but it can also be the fuel that lights the fire. That's what happens to me. I get betrayed, I get stabbed, and I just keep going. And I just raise up from the ashes, almost like a phoenix. And that's what pivoting is that if that's what you want to do, then so don't let the hype that didn't deliver keep you stuck. You know, the hype, the this and that and the don't let it keep you stuck. You got to move forward. Use what you got, build from there. The pivot is where your power is. So let's go. That's what I wanted to talk today about is using the power of the pivot. Let's call it that, the power of the pivot. Sounds like a training there. The power of the pivot will get you through the devastation of betrayal in business and professional life because we always pivot. It's something that we just have to do. So, if you resonated with this topic, leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. But remember, betrayal is not the end of your business, it's only the fuel that can light your fire and use what you got. So, thanks for listening. Please like, share, and subscribe. Bye bye.